Is it too late to invest in gold? Absolutely not. In this video, I'm going to show you several charts which make the bulletproof case that it's not too late to invest in gold. We're still really early. We're still in the first inning. This video is being recorded on Tuesday, April 16th, 2024, the evening of Tuesday, April 16th. By the way, this is Jordan, if you didn't already know. Thank you to all the new viewers for tuning in. Let's get right to the video. So in this chart here, we have gold, we have the S&P 500, and then we have gold against my 60-40 portfolio, the total return of the 60-40 portfolio. And so there's two things to keep in mind here. Number one, after a major breakout to new all-time highs, a market can run for a really long time. Now, starting off with gold, we saw this here in the early 70s. This was artificial because we were on the gold standard. The price was held down. You look at the gold stocks, they broke out in 1964. So they were at all-time highs, 65, 66, and they continued to run. There were cyclical bear markets, but they continued to run until 1980, basically, so more than a decade. You go back to the breakout of the 1980 high, gold, that was in late 2007. So gold had another 4 years to move after that breakout. I often point this breakout out. This one in 2005 wasn't to an all-time high, but this was hugely significant, breaking above this multi-decade base here. Of course, had another 6 years of upside here. Looking at the stock market, we know about the three major breakouts. This 13-year one, 2000 to 2013, there's been some declines in here, but look, it's kept going. We know the Dow from 66 to 82, that breakout that carried all the way to 2000. This is the S&P, so it's a little bit different, a little bit choppier, a little bit stronger than the Dow, but more or less after 1982 here, and it began to pull away from this base here. It's 13-year base, 14-year base actually. It began to pull away, and of course we know what happened. Then you have this here, this breakout, this cup and handle right here. That was more than a 13-year base here when it broke out, 1950-51. Breaking out from this, the 1929 all-time high. This was, 1953-ish? So it continued. So the point being, when you break out from a really long base, making a new all-time high, it is really, really bullish, and it's actually a strong buy signal. And we're seeing it again here. This is gold breaking out of the super bullish cup and handle. Now, I have not updated the data yet. I know it's at, I think, 2400s now. Yeah, so this is a little more than a week old. But nevertheless, just based on these breakouts, this is the time you want to be really bullish, and you want to be a buyer generally. Now, second important point here is gold against the 60-40. I've been talking about this. Gold in real terms has not been a bull market. Using this indicator, it's getting really close to confirming that it's in a new secular bull market. But this shows you how much room that gold has to move, especially as more money comes out of financial assets like bonds and especially stocks. As more money comes out of those areas, you're going to see this do this over the next decade. So this, and you see, we're at a similar point to where we were here and here. It would be a completely different story if gold had broken out and the 60-40 had already gone up for 6 or 8 or 10 years. It'd be a completely different story, but it's not. And this chart will support what I've talked about in the last slide. So the data's a little bit old here, probably a year or two old. So this shows gold's share of global equities and bonds. So gold, I don't know exactly what data they're using, but a chart makes sense, and we can see if this is up to date, it's probably around the same level, and it's nowhere near when you had a major top in gold. Look where it was. So this has tons of room to move. Another great chart here. I may have showed this in a past video in the last year or two. So this shows all the capital in gold ETFs divided by all the capital in all the ETFs. So it's basically another way of looking at gold against everything else. It looks similar to gold against the stock market. This is from Callum Thomas, Top Down Charts on Twitter, by the way. Great charts. Shout out to him for this chart. And I talked about in an interview today and other videos, the introduction of gold ETFs in 2006 really financialized gold. And that, of course, impacted the miners negatively. But nevertheless, look where we are. We're barely at 1% here. 13 years ago or 12 years ago, this was at 8%. So this is a secular bull market that's just getting started in gold and precious metals. All these charts are speaking to that point. Here's a more recent one. I think this chart is maybe 1 week old, maybe 10 days or 2 weeks old, something like that. So this is just data from Bank of America. It's showing where their clients putting money in ETFs, flows as a percentage of their assets under management. And we know that gold's been doing really well. But look, they've been sellers of precious metal. Look at this. So this is a short-term thing. The last 4 weeks, so we're looking at March or the middle of March to the middle of April. Just look at where precious metals are here. I mean, their clients and all these, they've been net sellers. It's ridiculous. But this is super bullish for gold, people. And so this is the last chart in this video. I know I've run through these charts pretty quick, except for the first one. But what this is showing you is that it's absolutely not too late to invest in gold. I mean, it's too late. It might be too late to invest in crypto. That's really the question, given how crypto has performed over the last 13 years, how much it's gone up. That's really the question there, versus something where if you look at gold, this is clearly starting a secular bull market, gold and precious metals as well. And so these are just the facts. And we're in a super bullish sweet spot right now. So again, it's absolutely not too late to invest in gold, not even close. Hope this video was informative. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for tuning in. And by the way, if I can, just go to thedailygold.com/premium. Consider my premium newsletter if you want to invest in juniors and really have a chance to make big 5x, 7x, 10x gains over the next couple of years. That's what we're shooting for, trying to find the highest quality juniors with the most upside potential. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you guys again in the next video.